And there's a baby kitty. I didn't even notice that one. That must be one of her baby kitties. There's a little tabby. Must be one of her baby kitties. It's a cool morning. Look at that little maple tree. Isn't that pretty? Good morning, Frank. Good morning, afternoon, evening, everybody. Hi, Jazzy. What you doing, girl? I gotta watch that boy. He likes to try to attack people, so you have to watch him. I put boxes in with the bunnies. Today is September 11th. And we have to remember what happened on September 11th. So I still pray for everyone who dealt with people that had passed on that tragic day that we'll always remember in history. Where's she at? Oh, she's right there. Goodness, I couldn't even see her. Hi, Faith. Let's go see her real quick. Good morning. I'll come up here real quick, see how many piles of poop I gotta clean up. Oh my goodness, there's a bunch in here. Okay. Alright, that's what I gotta do. She's been laying here, as you guys seen on yesterday's video, that she eats this bale, and I'm hoping that she can get that ate down, and then Billy can get the excavator in here and get this cleaned out, and we can give her fresh stuff to lay down on. She's got her bale almost gone. Hello, Moo. What you doing, sweetheart, huh? What you doing? Hi, honey. Hi, baby girl. Yeah. Hello. Hi. You want to rub on me? Is that what you want? Hmm? Is that what you want, Faith? Come on, girl. Hi, baby Grace. Hi, baby Grace. You awake? Are you sleeping? We're almost 4 weeks away from meeting baby Grace. Look down here. She's got some dirty on her. And that's healing up nice. Oh, it's that one over there. It's still got a little bit of a scab on it. She's getting a lot more filled in now. I mean, we can even see this back here. It's not quite as saggy looking because she's filling in real nice. Oh, she's got poop right there. I just put my hand in it. That's nice. She needs a bath again. I'm gonna have to clean her up. It's nice to see she's eating this stuff now. Huh, girl? Yes, her just... Look at them eyes. Look at them eyes. She's a good girl. Okay, Faith, I'll be back out in just a little while. I want to get that cleaned up in case she walks back in there and then decides to lay down. So, I've got to do that real quick. That darn rooster. That gnat's already trying to bomb my eyes. I don't know what he's gimping so fast over here for. Here's my pitchfork. Check. You talking to, boy? Well, that didn't work too well, did it? I was trying to get you guys right on the fence here. But I forget, I use it to try to get my poop off. I'm in here, Faith. I didn't leave you. I'm in here, girl. Got poop stuck on the side of this. Hello, Mama. Coming in? I gotta try to get this all cleaned out for you first. Before you come in? Yeah, I'll do. Gotta get it all cleaned out for you. Try to. Make it so it's a little better for you. Yeah. Girl. Getting all that ate up. think that's all there is, Faith. I think I got the rest of it all picked up. Put some more of this softer stuff over here for you. And then what she usually does is she just digs for an area she wants to lay down in. There you go. There you are. I'm trying to keep this away from the door so I can get in and out of here. Alrighty. So now we can go get our other stuff done. Got done feeding everybody. Now I'm watering. It's 10:30. Faith is up there, keeps mooing at me because I left her. I told her I had to come up and turn the water on, and then I seen that the 3 needed theirs topped off, so I figured, well, I'm just going to go ahead and unhook the hose and fill theirs first. She's just hollering. She's upset that I'm gone. I told her, I said, I'm just going to come up here and sit down for a minute. I'm a little wore out already. You know, fork and poop out, which there wasn't a whole lot there, but that still takes a lot out on me. And then having to unravel a round bale to put hay into a wheelbarrow, then to take it all apart to feed, I don't know how many rabbits I have, but there's a lot. And then I want to get my mamas with babies transferred out tomorrow into larger cages and take the 3 that I have that I'm keeping and put those in the cages where the mamas would be at until I can figure out what to do with the other rabbits that I don't want anymore. Of course, Frank is making his way up here. And I've got some type of, like, I don't know, allergy season probably again. Or I wake up and I'm kind of congested. So I'm constantly kind of like clearing my throat. I gave her all the chaff that was in the bottom of the wheelbarrow from the... She's like, where are you? Faith! We're back up into the 80s, low 80s for the next week or so. Here comes Maverick down to get a drink. I don't think she would be quite as mooish if we had another cow out there with her. She just does not like being alone. I've really considered herd sharing with her, you know, calf sharing, but at the same time I want to be able to be all hands-on the calf too. Because she is our future milker that will be staying here. one that will not be sold. You're not eating their cat food, so get down. Get down. You move it. Get down. You're not eating it. He's got food right there. Those horses they're something else. It takes about 15 minutes to fill that. Faith! It's okay. I got a cow halter coming for her. It's pink. I got it off Amazon. I just wanted to be able to get her a different one because she had caught herself on the wire, and Billy, when he went out yesterday morning on his way to work, he heard her crying. He said it was like a low moo sound, but it's not like she was in labor. So he went to go look at her, and the clip on the horse halter had got somehow clipped onto the side of the cattle panel, and she couldn't get up. So I don't know how long she'd been laying there, but he got her unclipped. He said I wouldn't have been able to do it, but I ended up just taking the halter off of her because I didn't want her to get clipped again. She likes to rub a lot on the fence, and I'm not sure if it's something to do with maybe the halter being on her, but even with her having no halter on her, she's still pretty itchy. Faith, what is it? She's like, I want you in here with me. Give me some more food. I told her she's got plenty of... She's looking right at me. What? Tracy, the farmer that we got her from, he said, she's going to drive you nuts, Jamie, when she finally is attached to you. And Billy said when he was out working, when was that? Sunday, I think it was. Out working, and he said she was just mooing and mooing and mooing until you came out. But she does this if I'm not in with her. She's real quiet. If I'm in the pen or very close to her, giving her attention, she will not moo at all. She'll do like subtle moves, or subtle moos, I should say, when I'm outside of the pen. Like if I go out of her vision, she can't really see me. She'll do like a little mama moo. And I'll tell her, you know, I'm still here. I gotta get chores done. She thinks she's the only one. Billy says that she's spoiled because she's the replacement of the the dairy goats. And I said, you know, I told him yesterday, I said, to be honest with you, I said, I don't even miss the goats. I really don't. And he's like, that's because she took the place of them. And I said, well, that might be so. But I was just, for a few years, I would definitely have to say, for a few years, that I was kind of over my goats to begin with. When we first moved here, I was thinking about a Jersey cow. I wanted to get a Jersey cow, but I wanted to also keep the goats. But then I got more and more involved in just researching more about Jersey cows. And like I said, my lifetime goal was to be a dairy farmer for cows, and I wanted Jersey cows, to be honest. And to be able to say I finally have gotten my very first Jersey cow at the age of 44, I'm blessed. I really am. I'm so pleased. I'm pleased that my husband took me down, 2 hours down in Indiana. I got to see her for the first time. I already told him that I wanted her because nobody else wanted her. And she's perfect. She really is. So this tank is full, so I'm going to have to shut you guys down. so I can hook up the hose and go finish watering, and then I'll come back with you. And to move the Tootsie Roll, I'll ravel some and push it over for her so she can get some more if she wants it. And I'm filling up Captain and Meg's tank right now, and then I gotta finish Jill and Diamond's, and then I'm done watering. She looks great, she really does. I think personally she's put on a little bit of weight since we've had her, and I really do think so. I don't know if you guys think that, but I think she's filled in quite a lot. I mean, this is her lunch side. Such a good girl. She gave me a big hug. This is her lunch side, and as you can see, it's barely sunk in. And then she likes swishing that tail. And then baby Grace, she's laying right here. You can see, like if I stand beside her, you can see or stand out. Baby side, and baby Grace is definitely laying there for sure. Yes. Girl, you got hay all over your face. But yeah, actually, that's like a leg or something right there, bulging out. Them darn bees. I like to fly all around her udder. They keep getting on that spot down here. That's got the little bit of a scab on it. But yeah, I think she looks a little better. She looks like she's put on about 5 or 10 pounds. Not a whole lot, but she has put on some weight. And I'm happy. I do want to try to add this. I'm still trying to get Billy to, my husband is Billy, those that don't know, and I'm Jamie, sorry for that. I usually don't announce my name or anything in the beginning of the videos, but maybe I should since we got new subscribers coming on. But I wanted him to be able to cut that tree down because it's dead. That one got blowed over when we had that storm last year, whatever it was. Tornado or started tornado, I'm not sure, that took down the 9 trees behind our house and 4 ended up on top of it. Broke the sassafras, knocked down a big maple, and took the top off of that maple and put it over the fence and whatever. But that one's dead. That's a hickory that's leaning pretty hard. And right on the corner of her pin right here, which I gotta go check the water. But I want to give her this right here, this hill. It's got a lot of clover in it, which is what's out here, and she prefers that clover over anything because this was full of clover in here, like through this area. She keeps that pretty mowed down, and this ryegrass she's not too fond of, but she does eat it. But I would want to get all that cleaned out and get that cleaned off because I'd open this end up then, and she could go up inside there. I have enough panels to do it and post, but I was hoping my husband could get those trees down first. But I know that he wants to be able to grade that hill off, but I wanted to be able to give her a little more of a larger pasture until we could finally get her pasture in. I'll be right back, Faith. You got plenty to eat. I gotta go check the horse tank. And just give her some more area. I mean, if I could move the rabbits, I would extend this out to about right here, and she would have this, but there wouldn't be anything in there, obviously, but she still could have a little more. Hi, Cap. What you doing, boy? You're so pretty. Yeah, you are. Anybody that's not aware, he's got one eye. He's our oldest Mustang. He's got a part of his right ear chomped off. He's 18. We got him when he was 15. And he was our cheapest one. Well, Jazzy was cheap too, because my daughter She was supposed to have been her tip horse, so she only paid $25 for her. And that's what we paid for Captain too, was $25. Hi, Diamond. This is my girl. She's my Grula. She's got allergies, but not quite as bad as Maverick, but she does have allergies. Hi, Mama. How are you? How are you, sweetheart? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for the lovin's. I appreciate it. Oh, you bumped your face. You bumped your face. Yes, you did. You bumped your face. She said, no, I'm not. Not. Faith. And Miss Jill's somewhere. I'm not sure where. But that's got about probably 5-10 minutes to fill. It takes a lot longer to fill these tanks than it does that one down there. When that one's empty, it takes about 15 to 20 minutes to fill. When these are half empty, it takes about 15 minutes to fill. 15 to 20 minutes, I would say, because you have so much more hose to get up to where they are. Herc. This is my husband's Mustang. He's the one we paid the most for, huh, Herc? It's okay. It's all right. It's okay. Yeah, see? It's okay. Hi, Maverick. This is Maverick. He was my tip horse. He's got allergies bad. I mean, super bad. Hi, buddy. Oh, goodness sakes. That's Jazzy. That was my middle daughter's tip horse, but she's all grown up and lives in Ohio, so we kept her. Hi, Herc. Hi, buddy. He's a good boy. He's our biggest one. They think we got something. Miss Faith, it's okay. We'll come over and visit you some more before I end this video. Yeah. We still eat. It's okay. You can eat, girl. I already moved the hay around that I put in there. She likes that chaff. I've got almost a whole, like, trash can full that I keep the grain and stuff in. I got one that's specifically donated to and for chaff. Because I'm going to add a little bit of chaff to her grain every day when we milk. And I got our local, well, they're not local, but it's in Cass, Michigan. Cassopolis, Michigan. It's called Community Mills. And I got them to actually make a batch of some grain that I wanted. No corn, no wheat, no soy. And the recipe that I actually got it from was a company called New Country Organics. And a 1,000-pound batch is almost, I think it's $689 and some change, okay? And then they ship it to you, and I think that's shipped for free, but that's a lot of money to come up with. And they said that they could make me the same batch. They got to order some of the stuff, like the split field peas and the millet, and then something else. But they got like the barley meal, the alfalfa meal, the oats, that kind of stuff that is in it too. Now, I tried giving her a handful of sunflower seeds, and she ate one handful, but she didn't want any more than that. So I think instead of having them, ouch, I have something biting my neck, probably a fly. Instead of having them add the sunflowers to it, I'll actually just buy a 50-pound bag and just put a couple handfuls in her mixture. So she's got that too. And then I've got my Redmond's mineral with garlic mineral for her, and I'm going to sprinkle that on top of her grain too. A couple tablespoons of it probably. it says you can give it free choice, but I don't have anything to really put it in for free choice where it's not going to get rained on, because I could clip it on like this panel there so she can't go in there, but when we open that up, where am I supposed to clip it to? And I could put it in there for her, but I almost thought about putting a couple cups in with her baking soda, so if she wanted that, she could eat that too. She's a character, she really is. When Tracy told me, and I said that I wanted a Jersey cow that was a lighter colored with a dark face and dark legs. And I said with your typical Jersey markings like on their nose and around their eyes. She's got it just barely around her eyes, but she's definitely got it, the characteristics of a true purebred Jersey around her nose. But her face is a little darker. But he says, well, I've got the perfect one, but she has an issue. And I said, well, what's the issue? And he goes, well, I've tried selling her for over a year now, and everybody that's came here and saw her decided that they didn't want her. And of course, I had another one available, and they ended up taking the other one. And I said, well, if she's got an issue, I said, I'm just going to tell you this up front. I said, we've got a Mustang that's got one eye and a half of a right ear. I said, he's got cougar claw marks on the side of him where his flanks are. He's got to be just right in the sunlight for you to see him. I said, we've got one horse that's got severe allergies. We've got another horse that has allergies. We got one horse that's a little spitfire. That'd be Meg. You got Jill, who's a little insecure, but she's a sweetheart. You got Jazzy, who's just a little insecure too. And then you got Maverick, who he is very insecure, I think. But he's definitely my husband's horse. And he's got issues too. We got Max, who's got Lyme disease, and he's a little overweight. That's one of our dogs. You got Brutus, who's got severe allergies and can hardly even stand to go outside, but loves being outside. And I was just telling him all that. I said, we got cats that are inbred, and just not really developed very well. I said, and our little farm is kind of like a rescue farm, that we take in animals that nobody else wanted or have issues, and we try to do our best to take care of them. And he goes, well, this is a 5-year-old cow. She's A2, just like you want. She's docile. She likes to be the first one to come in the milking routine. She'll be the one standing right at the door to come in. He said she's food oriented, and that's for sure. He said she is just laid back, and she's a heavy producer with 8 gallons per day. And she is bred back to an A2 bull with heavy milk lines, and you got a 90% chance of having a heifer calf because it was sex semen. And I said, well, what's wrong with her? He says, well, she has a slight sway back. I said, well, she's perfect. I didn't even see pictures of her yet. And he says, I'll walk out in the field and I'll get pictures of her and get pictures, so you can see what she looks like. And if she's something you definitely want, let me know. And we paid $3,000 for her. His normal cows sell for $3,500. The little blonde heifer, well, she's a cow now, but the little blonde one, when I was there and I picked her up, when I seen the pictures of her, let's back up a little bit. When I seen pictures of her, I told him, I said, she's perfect. And I told my husband, I said, this is the cow I want. She's got a slight sway back, but it doesn't bother her. She can't technically be bred by a bull. She's got to be AI'd every time because of the sway back being on her back. A bull could technically, if he were to jump on her too quickly or something with his weight, could break her back. So we're going to have to, keep her as an AI cow, and then any of our heifers, we want to AI them too, but anything after that can then be bred by a bull, because if they have a bull calf, I'm gonna be back, okay? That can be bred by a bull after they have their first calf, because heifer calves have a hard time. Faith! Have a hard time with bull calves because they tend to be bigger. Even though Jerseys are on the smaller side, the bull calves are bigger than the heifer calves. And if you got a heifer that's more of a petite, mid-size like she is, she only stands 53 inches tall, 53, 54, somewhere around there, because I taped her, and I think she's big enough for what I'm looking for. I don't want anything smaller than her for sure. And this is what I mean. I walk away from her and I get too far, and this is what she does. She cries. But I gotta take the hose out and shut it off up here, just so when I turn it on in the morning, when I usually come out to turn it on, because I gotta water every morning, I don't want it running, because I usually water at the last point of my chore. So, but anyways, I'm gonna get that done, and then I'm ending this video. Hi, Jazzy, again. You get some fresh cold water. Yep, girl. So thank you guys for watching, and like I said, she was perfect. And I watched, when I was there getting her, I seen a little blonde. I mean, she was just as light as colored as she was, and even light in the face, but she will darken up, he said, in the face some. But she had a little heifer calf, and she's milking 50 pounds right now a day, and she's $3,500. So, like, all the money I'm making now, I'm putting up toward some more. I would like to get 2 more Jersey cows from him, and I would like them to be bred so we could get, you know, the potential of having heifer calves too, and then those would be kept for the expansion of our herd. And I do want to have a small micro dairy. Did I make it? I did. Good. I almost forgot to shut this off right here. And I gotta pull this out of the driveway. So I'm just like, I'm excited. I feel very blessed, like I said, to have my very first dairy cow, and knowing that, you know, I had to sell all my goats to be able to get her, and I'm perfectly fine with that. I really am, because shoot, I'm in love with Jersey cows. I can say that for sure. She's really touched my heart, and I wish I would have done this sooner, but I wouldn't have her. So it was all meant to be in the season that we're in, and she's everything that I wanted. So thank you guys again for watching. Thank you to our members. Thank you to our new subscribers, and everybody that views our videos that aren't. Thank you. Because everything I earned from YouTube is now going to a cow fund to purchase more cows. So thank you guys again. And know that I appreciate each and every one of you. And I hope life is good for you all. And everything is going well. Hi, baby girl. See, you're okay. I'll see you a little later, okay? I'm going to go get some lunch and talk to Dad. I love you. I do, girl. I really do. I'll see you later, okay? So thank you guys again. And we'll see you tomorrow. Until next time. God bless you all.